Three questions come up constantly when it comes to this product, and I would like to address all three of them. First of all, the question is, can it be applied with your finger? Yes, it can. It can be applied with your finger or with the applicator that is already built in, and I'm going to show that to you later. Does it have matte finish? No, it does not. This product is described specifically as dewy finish, and then I will explain what it means later as well. Let me just go through all the questions first. Is this fragrance free? So the brand doesn't specifically call out whether or not it's fragrance free, but I'm smelling it and I don't notice any fragrance. Oh, so I would say yes, it is fragrance free. So let me go into more detail about this product. This is a liquid blush, and the color that I have here is called I'm Cute, which is soft pink, as you see. It photographs as a cool tone rose. It reads very naturally on your skin. The tube comes with 0.34 fluid ounces, which is a pretty standard size for a liquid blush. The packaging itself is worth describing because it is designed around application system. The tube is slim. It comes with a little pink cap. It has white letters on it, and the applicator itself right there is rounded, looks like a little dome. You dispense the product by twisting the cap a little bit. Let me show it to you. So you can hear this clicking noise, and that's how the product gets on the top of the applicator. I already see it's getting, or some of it getting right here on the top. I don't want to get too much out. So it gets to the sponge tip, and it's ready to be applied. That's why it's described as mess-free, even when you're on the go. The application sequence matter here, so let me walk you through the step-by-step. As I mentioned already, you will start with twisting the button several times. Initially, you have to do it quite a few times because the product needs to be pushed on the top, to the top. And then the step 2, you would apply it directly to your cheeks, and then you can blend it on your skin either by using your fingers or different sponge or a brush. All of these methods work, which answers the question from earlier about the fingers. And formula like this responds well to blending with your fingers because of the warmth in your fingertips. It helps the cream emulsify a little bit and helps the cream move more easily across the skin. In the step 3, you would gradually increase intensity to achieve your desired look. Once the formula is set, it delivers a very long-lasting wear. The buildability is the core feature of this product. The brand describes it as buildable and ultra blendable formula. And so you start with a small amount, and then your layer, depending on what look you want. Do you want a very sheer, barely there flush, or something more saturated and defined? The pigment payoff is high, meaning a very little product goes a long way. So beginning with a small amount of product and then building it as you go is always the right approach. Now let me walk you through the finish and skin-loving ingredients. As I mentioned already, this is a dewy formula. The word dewy and radiant is repeated. It is often described as dewy and radiant rather than matte. So if you are looking for matte or more satin finish, this might not be a good product for you. A dewy finish means that it makes your skin glow, it catches light, which can enhance appearance of a healthier looking skin. So for skins that skew more dry or normal, the dewy finish tend to be particularly flattering. However, if you have a combination or more oily skin, this could work if you're using a more mattifying base under it. On the ingredient side, let me highlight several skin-loving ingredients as the brand describes it. First of all, ingredients are polyglutamic acid, vegan collagen, and squalane. Polyglutamic acid is similar to hyaluronic acid in its function. So it's described as something that tends to draw moisture to the skin or through a different molecule. The vegan collagen is a collagen peptides that are derived from plants, which highlights the brand's commitment to cruelty-free production. And squalane is a plant-derived oil that is, when applied, does not add heaviness or greasiness. It is also a very tolerable ingredient even for sensitive skin. Together, all of those ingredients are adding to skin conditioning blend. So not only you get color in your cheeks as a makeup, but also you get the elements of skincare in this product. This formula is transfer resistant and smudge resistant, so it will be staying on your skin all day and all night. Overall, liquid blushes tend to have more longevity than powdered blushes because they bond with your skin rather than just stay on the top of the surface of the skin. And the setting process that happens after application is what locks that longevity in. So when you are so the instruction is, if you do want to build in, let the formula set before you add more, so it doesn't smear or smudge. So in conclusion, as I mentioned, I have this I'm Cute color, and this color in my opinion is suitable for all skin tones. However, this brand has several other options from something warmer, so deeper. So check it out.